So I'll title this like Forever Alone, 31-year-old virgin, because that's what I am. Never had a relationship with a female. Go through life without even one relationship at 31. I still did endeavour to do things. I still did weightlifting. I've done weightlifting since 2012, and before that I used to do it when I was younger. It doesn't seem to make a difference for me. Like, people say work out and you'll get attention from women, but women don't care if you're ripped. The only thing women care about is if you have a nice face and if you're tall and you have a good personality. That's it. They don't care about muscles. Gay men care about muscles.
Just wait a minute, did he actually say that? Like, for real? This is a 31-year-old grown-ass man literally believing in his words. This is not the only exception. In the whole internet, there's a lot of people talking about things like this. And if you see, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that actually went viral, basically just saying the same crap of, I'm 25 years old and I'm a loser. I had this X age and I'm a virgin. I never dated a girl. I'm ugly. Whatever it could be, you always see it. And people actually agree and cheer this up. It's unbelievable how things are turning out, because okay, I get it, I know that life can be hard sometimes and there's a lot of reasons of why we may feel alone. Actually, this is the reason of why these videos usually pop off. It's because for the guys that are feeling like this, it makes you feel less lonely in your current situation. However, the main problem is that sitting down and complaining is just doing nothing. Virginity for all men, it can be seen as a big problem, like a huge weight that you have on your back, or that is something like a curse. And actually it makes sense, because for example, one of the biggest things of being a virgin is that it makes girls feel less attracted to you. Obviously it depends on the kind of girl, but at the same time, it's like when they see that you don't have that much experience, it's like, bro, girls can't tell. And it's not the fact of not having sex, it's basically the fact that you haven't been able to sleep with a girl probably when you actually want it. It tells to girls in general that there's something that you're doing very bad that is making you not attractive at all. It's an indicator that you don't actually have experience, that you probably don't know how to talk to a girl or how to actually handle a relationship properly. Virginity also puts you in this scarcity mindset, because as you haven't been able to have that experience and that intimacy with a girl, it feels like you're never going to do it. Even if the evidence says the opposite, you're gonna feel like that, like basically there's no girls in the world, like no one is going to like you. And this feedback loop is always going to be in your mind, basically just there making you feel bad, and it's an awful experience. And finally, there's no that called social selection. Basically, as we said at the beginning, when girls actually notice that you are not with other girls, or that you haven't been in a relationship or shared that intimacy before, it translates that you probably don't deserve to have that attention from them. I know that this is something that can be very painful deep inside of you. So what I want for you to do is to understand a couple of things. So I lost my virginity when I was 15, and it was basically with the hottest girl in the high school. I know that it's a very young age, but it's because I'm Latino, so it's kind of normal. So after that, basically she explained why she chose me instead of the other guys. And this is something that I was very curious myself, because I was thinking that I wasn't that attractive, or that even if I was feeling good with myself, I lacked some stuff to reach to that point. So when she told me a couple of the reasons, like related to confidence and other stuff, something just clicked in my brain, and I realized that, wait a minute, this was actually all the time on me. Like, the thing of why this girl was feeling attracted to me, it was because of things that were actually on my control, like the way that I was behaving. She didn't pay attention to the other guy because of things that they were actually doing on purpose. The conclusion is, I was with a beautiful girl because of my own actions, and the time that girls weren't attracted to me, it was because of my own actions as well. Basically, if you are still a virgin, it's because it's your fault. And this is not being mean, it's literally what it is. It's not because of the color of your skin, it's not because you're not tall enough, it's not because of your accent, whatever it could be, bro. It's only your fault. It's your own actions, of your own responsibility. It's because you believe in all the other areas of your life that are not in your control to actually determine your path in life. And that's all BS. That's what I've been saying. Like, all these guys just complaining about that the girls don't like muscular boys, that's a cope. There's so many things that you can do to actually get attraction for girls that you're not doing right now that could be getting your results. So it's your fault. If you are in this situation, it's your own responsibility. It's not a curse that was put in you since you were born, as a lot of men think. Bro, it's everything in your head. When you see that it's because of your actions, then you can like just change the actions and start to get results. I will say it again, virginity and not getting attraction for girls is because of you. It's not a curse, it's because of you. So it's time for you to take action of those things. If you're not right now in a relationship, or women don't pay attention to you at all, there's a little bit of an advantage in that right now, and it's the fact that you have some time to keep leveling up yourself. You have the chance right now to make yourself so good that once you start to be with girls, or once you start to attract them a little bit, they're going to start to go crazy for you. There's an ex guy that is already in a relationship and he has been getting complacent. heartbreaking. He already has the girl. He has been sleeping with her sometimes, but he's not doing anything in life. He's not educating himself. He's not improving his physical health. He's not improving his attraction, his game, his social skills, the way that he talks, how much money he's making. He's not improving all that at all. And as girls are not paying you attention right now, you feel that pain of being lonely. You feel how it is to talk to a woman and they actually like feel disgusted to you. As you're feeling that pain right now, you can make a promise to yourself. You're gonna make yourself so good that's gonna to be stupid for girls to reject you. You're going to have that mindset that you're going to improve yourself in all areas, while that guy is there just coloring with his girl. And I know it's painful, but you can take an advantage from pain. You can actually grow from it instead of just crying around. If you actually do this, you're gonna start to get the attractions that you want from girls. It's not even that hard, but something that I want to prevent you once you're in that place, but that probably you're not even worrying about it because, alright, as you haven't never been with girls, it's not that much of a problem, but there's something that is going to come, and it's that you're going to feel this urge to sleeping around. Maybe you're even gonna feel some kind of hate to women because they didn't pay you attention before. And I want to tell you from now, don't go that way. You see, sleeping around and getting attraction for girls is basically easy once you actually have been making the right things for enough time. And you're gonna feel that temptation of going that way, of having sex with as many girls as possible. And it's not actually a good place. You see, all these guys that usually flex how many girls they have been sleeping, bro, they're not actually that happy. Having connection with someone, especially when it comes to sex, is unvaluable. It doesn't have a price. It's just so much of a difference that you actually make a love with someone that you care, with someone that you actually love, with someone that you actually respect and you want to spend your life with her. While just sleeping around with random people, it's a feeling that is going to make you feel empty. If you're a virgin, probably that's like the last of your problems. But I'm saying that from experience. I basically thought for most of my life that casual sex was something that was very funny and all that. And when I actually practiced it, bro, it's not actually that great. And yes, I had a lot of fun, and the girl that I was sleeping with was actually very attractive and all that. But I remember that every time that we finished, something just felt empty, like something was missing. And it's because I actually didn't like that girl that much. I not just didn't like her like physically and all that, I just wasn't feeling love. And I know that a lot of people try to not define love and saying some wishy-washy kind of stuff, but it's actually kind of easy. You know when you're in love with someone. It's not that hard. And I was playing that image of my mind of the time that I actually had sex with a girl, that I basically felt that I was in love, that I kind of felt that I want to like spend the rest of my life with her. And this feeling is hard to find, but when you have sex with someone like that, bro, like, there's not something like that. It's basically one of the best experiences in the world. Without that, sex turns in basically like eating junk food. It feels good right now and it's feeling you and you probably feel satisfied, but you start to feel sick a couple of hours after eating that meal. Like even your stomach is hurting and all that, but you do it again because it felt good when you were doing it, and you keep doing it and you keep doing it and again, and slowly you start to see how you're getting fat and ugly and you start to feel shit in your mood overall. The same thing that happens with junk food happens with casual sex, of sleeping around because of fun. And I didn't even mention the scariest part. Imagine that you're just sleeping around with a random girl that you just met. It's like, yeah, she's kind of attractive, you don't like her that much, but fuck it, it's going to feel good tonight. And 1 month after that, she texts you and she sends you a picture with the pregnancy test saying that she's pregnant. You didn't even like that girl, you don't remember her name, and now she's there having your first child. Just imagine that for a couple of seconds. You screwed up the rest of your life just for a couple of minutes of having fun. And that's very different for being with a girl that you actually love. Even if it was an accident, you feel overwhelmed or whatever, it's going to still be good because you love that girl, because you want to be with her for the rest of your life. I know that it's kind of tricky thinking about that right now, but it's something that is really worth to have in mind. When you start to work on yourself and you're basically attracting girls and you're able to share intimacy, choose a girl that you actually feel in love with her. And if not in love, that you at least like her a lot, that you have true feelings for her. Now, from these things that I've been saying, I don't want you to use any of them as an excuse. I don't want you to come and tell other people that you are virgin because you're waiting for the right girl when you haven't even been working on yourself, not even just a little bit. You're gonna say that you only be focusing on your goals because you know that's a lie. You know that you've been slacking up, and probably even if you've been doing the hard work, there's a big chance that you don't want to date women because you're scared, because that's an aspect that you never level up in your life. Don't use virginity or the fact that you're working on yourself as an excuse. Just please don't be that loser. There's a lot of people in the internet just complaining that they're still virgins because women don't deserve them. And you see an ugly, fat, broke motherfucker saying this all the time. Like, girls don't even want to talk to them, but they still saying that they're virgins because all women are hoes, or that all women are a distraction, and this kind of BS, bro. It's not true. There's even a lot of people on the internet that fantasize that women actually crave over a virgin man. The fact that he's shy and he doesn't even know how to speak to women, that he shakes and all of this, bro, I'm telling you, that doesn't even exist. Women feel authentic disgust for a man that doesn't even know how to genuinely speak to a girl, to a female. Women don't like virgins. And I know that is a harsh truth, but it's not the fact that you haven't been sleeping with women, it's the fact that you don't know how to treat women at all. That's basically the main problem. The right minds to have in this situation is basically just keep leveling up to be with a woman that you actually love. Just always try to have her in mind and the things that you want to do or where you want your life to be. And just visualize for 1 second that beautiful woman that you actually want to be for a long time. And keep leveling up yourself to be that man that actually deserves that woman. Because when you do this, you don't only attract that girl, but you also happen to enjoy your life so much that you can help but just to be grateful for the things around you. With that mindset, there's no way for you to not achieve the things that you actually want, the things that you've been working on so much for such a long time. And I'm sure that that girl is going to be glad as well for the work that you've been doing. So keep working hard.